I want to thank Ashley Hinson for her leadership on this very important issue. I represent a suburban district in Long Island. We're about 2,500 miles from the southern border, but in New York we are a border state as well. We're a border state for two reasons: because of this administration's weak policy at the border, and because blue state sanctuary city policies, which attract folks across the border every day. It's become the cause of the number one cause of death for the folks between 18 and 45 fentanyl deaths in New York and throughout the country. It's a problem deserving of this administration's attention, deserving of the Republican conference's attention. I'm proud to lend my voice in support of finally doing something at our southern border. I'd like to call up next Admiral Ronnie Jackson, my colleague from Texas. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to say that, we're still in an era right now where the Biden administration and the Democrats are consistently talking and constantly talking about the public health crisis that's going on in the country with regards to COVID. I'll submit to you that the number one public health crisis that we have in this country right now is the fentanyl crisis. We have almost 200 young Americans that are dying every single day in this country because of fentanyl. And that is a problem that we don't need a vaccine for. That is a problem that we have the answer for. What we need right now is we need an effective head of state. We don't have an effective head of state right now. We need our president we need him to work with the Mexican government right now, and we need to go after these drug cartels that are pumping this fentanyl, methamphetamine, heroin, and all the other drugs that are crossing our border into our country every day. We have the means to do that. The Mexican government will gladly work with us. We have the tools that they need on their side to be successful as well. This is the time, my colleague had mentioned already, the efforts to bring the military into this. I think that we're at a point right now where that needs to be done. We need to bring our U.S. military into Mexico. We need to train the Mexican forces. We need to provide them the technology, the drones, anything else that they need to go after these cartels, to hit their production facilities, their logistical routes, and to kill the cartel themselves. They're public enemy number one as far as I'm concerned right now. I make the point all the time that our border has been neglected. It's not our job. I'm not the only member of the Texas delegation standing up here. It's not the Texas delegation. It's not the state of Texas. It's not the state of Texas' job to secure our border. That's the federal government's job. And that needs to start happening. It needs to start happening quickly. And I will tell you, the one thing that's happening right now, in addition to the fentanyl, that's of utmost concern to me, is the fact that we have all these terrorists these potential terrorists that are crossing our border right now. When we walked away irresponsibly from Afghanistan and we abandoned, thousands of ISIS fighters in a prison in Bagram, who knows where those people went? We know that they were dispersed all over Afghanistan, all over Europe, and some of them have probably made it at this particular point to our southern border right now. I will submit to you that we will find out that part of President Biden's legacy will be that it was on his watch that the next terrorist cell for the next 9/11 happened on his watch, because those people are crossing our border right now. We've had hundreds of them across our border that we've caught, and those are the people that are going out of their way not to be captured, and we're catching some of them anyway. So you can only imagine how many of them are probably made it across our border right now. These are things that we need to take into consideration right now. I'm all about some of the other stuff that we're doing. I tell people all the time, I make the point that I want to see the Ukrainians. I want to see them defeat the Russians as much as anybody. But when I look as a member, as a citizen of the state of Texas and a citizen of this country, and I see what's happening in our country right now, I ask the question: how many Americans are dying in Ukraine every day right now? Zero. There's 200 a day that are dying right here in this country because of the fentanyl crisis, and we have the means to do something about it, and we need to do it now. So thank you. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague from Texas, who also leads our border caucus, Congressman Brian Babin.
Thank you, Dr. Jackson.
Appreciate it.